Hey folks, good morning. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, and we'll start after that. Good morning, Mobin. Good morning, Zenzoned. Good morning, Muhammad. Thank you. So this is what I'm watching on NASDAQ. I'm watching this chart here. As you guys can see, we have equal highs that we formed around at 820 to 840 inside that macro right up here. And if I tell you guys on the higher time frame, we got another buy side liquidity and another one right up there. So we got, these are the point of interest for me today, these equal highs. This one that we generated at 8:30, and then this one, and then ultimately this one. My high probability target on daily time frame is gonna be price filling this fair value gap. This fair value gap right here is gonna be my high probability target for today, and probably for tomorrow if price is not filling it today. We got support from this fair value gap, so I'm expecting to see price going up and hitting this fair value gap. We got equal highs up here as well, so this is gonna be the high probability target, folks, for today's session. And I'm gonna wait for 920 macro to start. I'm only gonna take one trade today, and it's gonna be at 920. This is gonna be a very short session for like 1 hour. So we generated equal lows down here. We don't have, we have a SMT down here with DOW. As you guys can see, DOW cleared out the equal lows down here, but other two pairs, they didn't. We still have liquidities below this swing low on an ES and NASDAQ as well. So we'll see. I'm gonna wait for 920 macro to start. We still got like 20 minutes before we start the 920 macro. So the 920 macro will start right here, and we will watch it till 940. So very nice push up, right, with this SMT down here. We got a breaker here, so we are inside 850 macro right now. Yes, trading only on macros, and I didn't take a trade today at 820. At 820, this is the breaker that I was watching, but I didn't take it. I'm waiting for 920 macro because this is Monday and we got no news. So when we don't have news on Monday, only macro that I trade is 920 to 940. So very nice push up towards buy side liquidity, right? Even though we had liquidity level down here. Watched London? No, I don't trade London. Good morning, Dale. I don't trade on London. And we got another breaker right here. Why is these uphill candles working here as a breaker? Because we got swing low down here. So let's see what we do here. If we are just hovering here until like 920 and then we are hitting this breaker, I'm probably gonna take it. But to me, the high probability condition will be price coming down and clearing this level out. But seems like it won't, as we moved so much. And on DOW, we are also watching a good price action on DOW. As you guys can see right here, DOW has a lot of possible buy side liquidity to be taken. And look at the clean level right here, folks, on DOW. This is a very clean level. You got equal highs up here, and then ultimately this is gonna be the target on DOW. So we are inside the breaker now. right? I'm just gonna tape read this one, as I'm willing to take a trade at 920, not right now. So we are trading inside the 850 to 910 macro. So let's just watch this trade. What I believe is gonna be the high probability is price coming down, clearing this level out, and then going higher. And on DOW, if I take you guys on the DOW, you guys will see that we already broke this breaker. That's why I'm waiting for 920, because on Monday when we don't have any news, price action to me becomes low probability, because Monday usually is low probability. That's the time when we set up the orders for upcoming trading days, and we got news on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. We got news on Thursday, so that's why I'm gonna be a little bit more careful on today. Does it make sense, folks? We still have our target up here, so I'm not like getting into full mode that I'm gonna miss this trade. As long as I can see the targets, I have a possibility that price will provide me a good trade idea at 920. So this breaker, again, as you guys can see, failed. If I was taking the trade from the breaker here, I would have put my stop loss suppose below the breaker or below this fair value gap. So I'm glad that I didn't take it. So this is where we have equal lows. I want to see price coming down and clearing this level out. Now if price is doing that, still we'll be able to take a trade from the breaker right here that we have here. We got a swing low down here, so up close candles becomes our breaker right here. And this was a very good support from this breaker. As you guys can see, we had a fair value gap, right? And the support the price got, it was around like 810, so not inside our macro but outside our macro. Good morning, people. A lot of people are saying good morning. Good morning, Solar. Good morning, Hamza. Yes, patience. And as I told you guys, Monday usually manipulates quite a lot. What do I mean by manipulation? Manipulation for my model. For your model, is probably not going to be a manipulation. Your model probably is taking a trade from OTE or taking a trade from a discount or premium fair value gap. But me personally, I look for breakers. Happy New Year, Nicholas. So I'm gonna wait, and seems like patience is showing me the path. As we came up, we don't have a SMT up here, right? All of these pairs cleared out the buy side liquidity from here. As you guys can see, price went all the way up here. So I'm just gonna put a magnet up here so that you guys know this is gonna be my target. And if price is providing me entry from here, right, I'm probably gonna target only up here, not like all the way up here. Or probably I'm gonna leave like one contract to take out like higher time frame liquidity from up here. So this is a BPR that we are trading right now. This one again failed. So why these PDAs are failing? I want to see this candle closing below. As long as it's not closing the candle's body below it, price is still gonna respect this BPR. So why this breaker failed? As I told you guys that we still had this liquidity down here, this equal low. That means what? Double bottom, retail sell stop. Right, so there's another thing that's happening right now on all these pairs. See, I'm watching all the pair together. We have a SMT right now. We had these equal lows on all the pairs. We cleared it out, and on Dow as well, we cleared it out. But on Nasdaq, we still have this liquidity left. But on Nasdaq, we came all the way down to the discount PDA, and we hit this BPR down here. So again, I'm gonna tape read this setup, but seems like we are gonna go up from this BPR as we have a possible SMT below this equal lows. What is your bias on dollar? On dollar, my bias is so what's the bias on dollar? Okay, as I'm looking on dollar right now, I believe at 9:30 we're possibly gonna go up. Why? Because my whole trading model is based on the liquidity levels, not based on a concept, not based on a PDRA. It's based on liquidity levels like equal highs, equal lows, trend line liquidity, those kind of things. So as you guys can see, we have so many equal highs up here, up here, up here. So I'm just gonna watch. Okay, I wanna go long on Nasdaq as I see equal highs there, but Dow is making it kind of confusing, because if Dow is going up, our theory says that Nasdaq will go lower. But if price on dollar clearing out these equal highs before 9:30, we can possibly see a down movement on dollar for 9:30, and after that probably dollar will shift towards buy side liquidity. So I'm only looking for one trade, and what I do is that when I have a clean analysis on my pair, the pair that I'm gonna trade, I don't basically look at dollar. The only time that I'm looking at dollar is when I don't have a clean analysis on Dow. On my pair. So seems like we are respecting this BPR, right? We are not closing any candles body below the BPR here. Look at here. If you measure this fair value gap right here, you will see that price is respecting lower quadrant of this BPR. So BPR getting respect from price. So very nice. We are getting support, very clean support, folks, from the BPR, and we also identified a SMT down here. So the SMT was right down here. So do you guys see how watching three pairs gives you like a good level of idea where price can possibly go? These SMT are very small as I'm watching on 1 minute chart, so probably like most of you will miss it, but watching all three charts together are very beneficial. Like you will see this kind of SMT all over these three pairs. Zenzone, thank you for the Saturday stream. Too much knowledge. It's my third time watching it as I'm writing notes, and we gave birth to the surgical breaker. Yes, Zenzone. So that was a good stream. We'll have more and more stream coming up throughout the whole 6-month period inside mentorship. So the breaker model that I shared with you all is kind of similar with this one, right? We got breaker up down here, but again we got breaker up here, then we formed equal highs, but the most important thing in our trading is that we'll have to have a good knowledge of liquidity levels. We are not just trading blindly one PDA. We are watching how price delivering liquidity, where price is forming strong liquidity levels, and that's what gives us that's what like takes us out of taking like losing trade most of the time, and it builds patience inside us. Like I was waiting to see price clearing out this equal low, but price came down, formed a SMT, right? And at the same time on Nasdaq, price hit this BPR. On other pairs, price went below this equal low. So now the reason that we are seeing this push is because of the SMT that's happening on all three pairs. So let's predict the 9:30 delivery. Let's start a poll. Let's predict the 9:30 delivery bullish. So another thing I'm gonna tell you guys is that, like, wait, bullish, bearish, or seek and destroy. So what do you guys think? What price will do? So as I told you guys that on dollar, I'm gonna take you guys on dollar. As you guys can see, we generated more equal highs up here. So what is possible on dollar is that if Nasdaq is clearing out the buy side liquidity from here before 9:30, we can expect to see dollar going higher at 9:30, because look here folks, how price is on dollar, only clearing out the sell side liquidity. It's only offering the sell side liquidity, and we basically like cleared out a major level of sell side liquidity from here, and after that, like, we didn't clear it out any more buy side liquidity. We formed like so many equal highs up here on 1 minute chart on dollar. So what can possibly happen is price coming down, hitting like a discount PDA on higher time frame down here, and then going up towards these equal highs. So I'm just gonna put an alert. This is possible. Why? If we are clearing out these equal highs before 9:30. What is SND? It's seek and destroy. It's like when price goes into the chop zone. That's what we refer to, the chop, seek and destroy. So seems like price is clearing out our target, right? Equal highs up here, equal highs up here. So the price action compared to last Friday is way better, right? Last Friday we had like a very choppy delivery with high resistance liquidity run, but today, look at the delivery folks, it's low resistance, right? We are having a good price action today. So another push up, price cleared out our second target. This was our target 1, target 2. We only have this one target left right now. So we are yet to hit inside, we are yet to go inside our 920 period. But there's another thing to see, okay? If price is clearing out these liquidity levels, we'll still have a trade targeting these equal lows down here. So probably I want to see like price forming. If price want to clear out these equal lows at 9:30, I want to see price forming a bearish breaker. And if I see that, and if dollar is going higher, I'm probably gonna take a short as well. So as you guys can see, I'm not marrying a trade, a bias. I'm not like sticking with one bias. What I'm doing is that I'm watching how price is forming liquidity levels, and that's what I'm targeting with my model. And Q swept Asian high. Yes, let's see. So the SMT down here worked out nicely, right? From down here. So today we are having a good price action on Nasdaq compared to other pairs. Look at Dow. Dow is like struggling to go towards buy side liquidity even after it formed this breaker, right? Price went up, closed the candle's body above the breaker, but still is struggling. So the people who are inside my mentorship, I told you guys that I'm gonna avoid trading on Dow for the whole month of January because of this reason. Because from my journal, I know that this is the price action that Dow has most of the time. It's like throughout the whole January, it will deliver with choppiness, with high resistance liquidity. We know where Dow is going, possibly up here, but the delivery that the way Dow is delivering that liquidity is not as high probability as we are seeing on Nasdaq, not as clean as we are seeing on Nasdaq, right? So we are still gonna wait. Could the short target trendline liquidity on minute 15? On 50-minute chart, what trendline liquidity? This one, I'm not gonna target like 10-hour trade, but if I'm seeing a possible breaker, I'm gonna target like these equal lows down here, and that's what will give me like 2-hour. And we also had this unfilled fair value gap up here alongside with these equal highs, so it was a nice target, folks. I hope you guys learned something, like why I was not bearish at 9:30. Price delivered these liquidity levels before 9:30, but it's okay. The same kind of scenario repeats again and again throughout the whole week, throughout the whole day. So we are not gonna get a FOMO just because price delivered our target without us. The thing that we did here is we outlined this SMT, we outlined the BPR, and we outlined the correct PTA from here, from where price will get support, and we understood the logic why price is having an early delivery before 9:30. We still have this liquidity level to be taken. I think short in Nasdaq at 9:30 would be nice. Yes, we'll see. We'll see as we have liquidity levels down here, and as dollar is also supporting a short trade idea, right? Look at the liquidity levels that dollar is leaving. Dollar generated another equal highs, so I'm not bearish on dollar as long as we have these equal highs up here. So 30-second chart on dollar, we cleared out sell side liquidity from here. We had a SMT. So what I want to see, price moving towards buy side liquidity from this fair value gap, something like this. Why? Because I'm gonna zoom in to tell you the logic. Do you guys see the equal lows down here? Yeah, so price is gonna do two things here. Price is gonna clear out the sell side liquidity from here, and it will as well get orders from the discount fair value gap. So now look at the delivery. As soon as price cleared out these equal lows, hit the BC, now we can expect to see price going higher. Why? We have equal highs up here. Let's go to Nasdaq. So we formed equal highs up here. It's better not a SMT. Okay, it's not a SMT up here. Do you guys see that this is a swing high on 50-minute chart? So this is what? A higher time frame liquidity level. Higher time frame liquidity levels are always greater than lower time frame liquidity levels. And on higher time frame, we got a breaker up here. Right? Do you guys see a swing low down here? Do you guys see up close candle? So we have a 15-minute breaker right here. Let's go to the 1-minute chart. Do we have a fair value gap here inside this breaker? We don't. On 30-second, do we have it? We don't. So I'm still gonna wait. What can happen at 9:30 is like a Judas will be towards buy side liquidity. Price will deliver aggressively towards buy side liquidity from here, something like this, and after the Judas, price will like sharply drop towards sell side liquidity. If dollar is having a bullish price action, this is what was possible to happen on Nasdaq. HYDRA, can you still connect to Trade08 in TradingView? I'm unable to. Yes, as you guys can see, this is a Top Step account. I'm not taking trades on my funded account. This is a funded top step account, and I'm trading with them on TradingView, trade of 8 by trade of 8. The same bias, I think NQ will go to daily CB today, so I think he need to clear out the equal lows inside the 50-minute breaker, and then he can continue here higher. Well, NQ don't need to come all the way around to clear it out because we have a SMT down here, right? But there's still a possibility for us to come down here because this SMT is not as clean as we want to see it. If you look at ES, look here, ES also made this equal low, NQ also made this equal low. The only pair that cleared out this swing low is DOW. And we have SMT below this equal low. That means what? This short-term liquidity, below here we have a SMT. And as long as we have these equal highs up here, folks, until 9:30, price is gonna go up. That's what price does. And it's like with a high degree of probability, price does the same repetitive thing again and again. Before 9:30, if you guys see equal highs or equal lows like this, you will also see that price at 9:30 clearing out these liquidity levels, and after that price is having the real move. So let's see. So again, price clearing out our equal high from here. I was expecting to see a fair value gap or something like this to form here, or suppose an order block, but this level is too clean. We don't have any bullish PD area down here other than these up close candles, right? Even on 30-second chart, I dropped down to the 30-second chart to see if we have any fair value gap here, but we don't. But we have a breaker on 30-second. We did a stop hunt down here. We formed a new lower low, so these up close candles up here becomes our breaker on 30-second, and we are yet to clear out this swing high. So should I take it? It's 924. Let's see, folks. If I'm putting my stop loss below this swing low, targeting like 2R, it's gonna be 3R trade if I'm putting my stop loss down here, or possibly like down here. But let's see, folks. Like, look at the delivery. I prefer to wait. A breaker on 1 minute would have gave me like the confidence to push the button, but we'll see. These two targets were my like high probability target, but price cleared it out before 9:30, right? So the 30-second again, price activated a bearish breaker, and I'm not gonna trust this bearish breaker because we still have these equal highs up here. We came down to the 50-minute breaker down here. So very nice push. Inspire me. I believe you didn't heard me saying that price. I'm expecting price on dollar to go lower first and then like going higher. And I told you guys that if there's a higher time frame discount liquidity level down here, price will clear it out, and then price will probably move towards buy side liquidity. Look down here. Okay, this is the liquidity level that Inspire Me is mentioning to us, this equal low. So the 9:30, as we know, that brings the volatility. So this is the scenario that I'm expecting to see on dollar. Now look at the liquidity levels, folks. The people who have experience in trading like 2 years, 3 years, they're making good money, not like demo trading or learning. You guys will know that these are the liquidity levels the price will always gravitate back to. These liquidity levels works like a magnet. It doesn't matter if you have a SMT up here, because we have so much liquidity up here. And at 9:30 we can expect to see these levels are getting cleared out. So again, there's another thing to learn is that we also had a bearish breaker right here, right? So suppose you don't have the knowledge of liquidity level and you are just watching this breaker, you will be like, okay, I'm gonna short right here. Price has so much trendline liquidity down here, so I'm gonna short. But look here, did I do that? No, because on higher time frame we still had this buy side liquidity to clear out. $9.28. I believe I'm not gonna get an entry, but it's okay. 1 minute chart, we have a breaker right here, a small one. And we formed equal lows down here. So again, as I told you guys, price cleared out these equal highs before 9:30 delivery. So taking a short, in my eyes, is gonna be a good trade idea, but we'll see. We are trading off from this 1 minute breaker. And again, I'm gonna tell you guys another thing is that not every day is a trading day, especially when we have news later in the week and not on Monday. We better avoid trading on Monday because we have a model that we know that will deliver every single day the same way we expect to see it, right? So why get the FOMO if we are not trading, not getting a trade like on one single day in a trading week? Right? Short 16,370 on NQ. Rage up, peace, rail 370. 16,370. Where is it? Okay, we are having some different numbers compared to you, right? 16,370. I don't have it this level right here. It's so below from here. So I believe you are watching another chart of Nasdaq. I'm watching Nasdaq 1, the continuous chart of contracts. So nice delivery again, the bullish delivery. Let's see if price goes up here at this fair value gap. Price came down, hit this breaker again. This small little breaker down here. Do you guys see this? Why is this is a breaker? We had sell side liquidity below here. Price went down, cleared out the sell side liquidity. We hit the 50-minute breaker as well. So higher time frame PDRA supporting lower time frame PDRA. So that's why this breaker is supporting price towards buy side liquidity. So this is gonna be the target for us to see price going here. This is 15 minutes CB, by the way, so those who don't know, this is a unfilled 15-minute fair value gap. Let's take a look at on dollar. So dollar again chopping around, right? Coming down to this equal low. So on dollar, if I build a narrative, dollar gonna clear out this 50-minute equal low, and then possibly we can expect to see price going higher. Why? Because on Nasdaq, this is like very premium liquidity level, this CB. So let's see if price shows any willingness to go towards sell side liquidity. Yes, this is the cash price from the breaker down here. Very beautiful support, folks. Look at here. So came all the way up to this 50-minute fair value gap. So price delivered like basically all the high probability target that I wanted to see price delivering without me, right? So that's another thing in trading, is that the miss out of trades, right? It happens, folks. It's normal in trading. And the thing that is not normal is that you and me, we are getting a FOMO when we are missing the trade. So I'm not having a FOMO because I know, again, you guys know that I have a skill that will repeat every single day, and I come here live stream and I talk about the same repetitive model again and again, every single day. And it seems like what? Price is forming the same repetitive model, and it's delivering the same way it does most of the time inside these macros. Like, look at here. Isn't it a breaker? Price came down, hit the 50-minute breaker down here, then went up. If like suppose price formed this breaker down here and we had these equal highs, I would have taken it. Just because price cleared out all the equal highs and we had only this CB left, that's the reason that I didn't take it, took an entry down here. But again, saw the trade coming towards buy side liquidity. So another trade into my experience. HYDRA, once you see this kind of displacement during your macros, do you make a decision to not to take another trade during that time? What kind of displacement? Displacement like this fair value gap, or you are talking about like the volume imbalances? Oh, a significant price move. No, it's very normal, Michael. This is what we expect to see at 9:30. To me, if I want to take the trade before 9:30. After 9:30, I don't most of the time take the trade, because what can possibly happen is the Judas, right? Price can go up, then go down. So because of the possibility of Judas, I don't take trades after 9:30. Inside 9:20 to 9:30 period, my trade most of the time forms. What do you see here? This breaker, when did it formed? 9:24, 9:23. Price formed the breaker. Price activated the breaker 9:26. Price closed the candle's body above the breaker 9:28. 9:29 chance of entry. Then 9:30 price came down, another chance of entry, and then it should toward buy side liquidity. So this is a very clean price action. So this is what we expect to see happening at 9:30. Yes, I know equal highs on 4-hour chart. We are expecting to see price going into this fair value gap, folks, as I told you guys. And inside my mentorship, the people know that before the week started, this is what we had as high probability target. This fair value gap on daily chart. Why? Because I was expecting to see last Friday price filling this fair value gap, but again, it didn't. So as long as price is not filling it, we will still have a trade idea targeting these equal highs. So we formed a big fair value gap down here. Two-minute breaker BPR 850 closed 9-8 candle. Yes, I saw that. BK, that's what I talked about when I started my stream. The 820 breaker, and then the 850 breaker as well. So still waiting. Price filled the breaker on 50-minute chart very nicely. As you guys can see, this candle still has 7 minutes to close. So let's see how it closes. We have another macro that's gonna start at 950. I'm willing to take one trade. My high probability trade idea was inside 920 macro, but I couldn't take the entry from down here, so I'm gonna see what 950 shows to me. Did you trade crypto this week? No, I didn't take any trade this whole month on crypto. Jules, anyone have any suggestion as to how to connect TV to TradeOvate? Okay, so Jules, you will have to go on a top step, and then from there, the account that you wanna trade, there you'll see a button on towards the upside that will tell you launch TradeOvate. Go there, click there, and I don't know how it looks, so I'm gonna try to show it to you. Okay, Jules, I believe that option is turned off. From there you will have to turn on the trading view option, and only after that you will be able to trade it. So let me show it to you. Top step. So put this on your journal, folks. Okay, the folks who are not journaling, trust me, you are missing out a lot of gems on your own. Okay, put it on your journal, and where price is going possibly right now above this swing high, and this is our daily CB, right? So high probability target again. So again, we can also expect to see a short if price is not returning back to the discount level. Listen to me carefully when I'm talking. I'm sharing that trade idea, my experience of 3 years that I took from the chart. If price is not returning back to discount before hitting this CB, we can expect to see price returning back to the discount level once price hits this CB. So still not getting FOMO because I can have this trade idea again and again. The repetitive move, I know when it will happen. I know what PDA is on higher time frame. I should watch inside these PDAs. Price will form like a breaker on lower time frame, and I'll be able to take a trade from there. So look here, Jules. This is like a funded account that I bought. So you will go to launch TradeOvate here. So again, I don't want to show you guys the password and all this stuff. Then you will go to log into simulated environment. And from here, you will go to, I think this button. Okay, it's not this button. Okay, let me figure it out. Application setting. Okay, right here. So you'll go to this button, application setting. Then you will go to add-ons. And here you will see that trading view. You will just have to activate trading view from here. And once you do that, you will be able to log into TradeOvate from your trading view account. So try that, Jules. I believe that's the only that's the only option that is not letting you to use TradeOvate on TradingView. Hydra, just letting you know that your camera is off. We can't see you. Yes, my camera is not working for today. I don't know why. I tried like every possible way to make it work, but it seems like it's not working. It was having like some problems on Friday as well, so I'm just gonna hide this stuff. Okay, now it's clear. So again, we formed a beautiful trend line liquidity down here towards sell side liquidity. We have this fair value gap that is unfilled on sell side liquidity. Now let's see, folks, once we hit this daily fair value gap, let's see what price offers to us. So let me know in the chat, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that price will form a breaker inside, a bearish breaker inside this CB, and then price will go down? What do you guys think? Or like we'll see a bullish movement even inside this fair value gap? What I believe is like price will show a retracement towards sell side liquidity, return back to the discount level once it hits this fair value gap. So 64% people predicted that 9:30 delivery is gonna be bullish. So majority again were right. In our community, majority tends to be right most of the time. Like if I put it into a ratio, 50 to 60% of the time I did the pool, people were like right. So again, a good thing, right? Yes, I'm waiting for the macro. We have a BC down here. Price got support from it. And our next macro is gonna start at 950. To 1010 inside this time period. Look at other pairs, folks. Compared to ES and DOW, Nasdaq is having a very good algorithmic price action, right? Let's take a look at dollar. Dollar is like having bearish price action again, right? Dollar didn't even come up to clear out the equal highs above. I was expecting to see dollar coming up, clearing these liquidity levels, but again, it's Monday, so we are still delivering to our sell side. Possibly we'll see a delivery towards buy side liquidity on dollar once we hit this, once we are like retracing from this daily fair value gap, 16,666. What is this? This is the level from where we were expecting to go short. It's way up. For our fair value gap, yes. Not 4 hour. This liquidity level up here was our main target for this week, for basically like for Monday and Tuesday. And price filled the fair value gap. Price hit the fair value gap on Monday today. So again, we had a very good bias session on inside mentorship. The session was like for 1 hour. I took them from the daily chart, sorry, from the dollar to the Nasdaq, and I explained like what to expect, and basically like what we were expecting happened to the tick, right, folks? The folks who were inside my mentorship, I hope you guys understood how I was teaching you guys bias, how to decide the bias. We do not decide bias like in a straight move. We decide bias through every single PTA. Every single PTA on daily chart will give us the idea where price wanna go next. So I'm just gonna give you guys an idea like what I was talking inside the mentorship. Right, so this was our target last week for price to come down. This was the last line of defense for us to expect higher price action, and price to the ticks stopped at this level. The folks who are inside the mentorship, they will tell us that this is the level that we expected before price even came down here. This week we expected to see price hitting this fair value gap. There was logic on a lower time frame. So what do I mean by PDA? Every single PDA that you guys see, like this order block, like the inversion that you guys see, will give us the narrative where price wanna go next. Right? We do not just expect to see a straight move. This is not how we decide the bias. We decide the bias through every single PDA. If we see a fair value gap, okay, we wanna see how price is reacting inside this fair value gap. If that fair value gap, suppose it's a BC, and we want to see it turning into an inversion, right? So if it didn't turn out to be inversion, it's okay. We will drop down to the lower time frame and we'll see like if we have equal lows towards sell side liquidity. Based on liquidity levels, we decide our bias. And that's how we did it. We had so many equal highs here. So I told my students that this is going to be the point of interest for us. And these equal highs are making these fair value gap high probability. Strong liquidity above, below fair value gap always makes that fair value gap a high probability fair value gap. There are so many things that makes a fair value gap a high probability fair value gap, and that is one of the things. When a fair value gap has a swing high or swing low inside that, that's what makes a fair value gap high probability. When a fair value gap has swing high or below, swing high, swing low, like below or above that fair value gap, that's what makes that fair value gap a high probability. So put it down on your journal, folks. We had daily CB up here, right? So what made this CB high probability? These equal highs, these liquidity levels. I'm talking to the people who are inside my mentorship. I already shared this high probability model of fair value gap with you guys, and it doesn't exist outside of our community. This is a model from by using this model you will be also be able to take turtle soup entries. So what's the model? I'm just gonna put it into a graphics here so that you guys can see. Suppose we have a fair value gap right here, right? So the high probability fair value gap model is that price coming up, forming these equal highs, then going down into the discount PTA, and that's what makes this fair value gap a high probability fair value gap, because we have high probability targets up here, equal highs, then we have this fair value gap. So these liquidity levels are gonna make these fair value gap a high probability fair value gap, and this is the scenario that repeated here, and it repeats even on lower time frame every single day. Make sense? So what I want to see, if price want to go lower, okay, we got a breaker down here, and how am I gonna know that price will respect this breaker? We are trading inside our 950 macro right now, folks. This fair value gap that you guys see on 1 minute chart, if this is turning out to be an inversion, this will confirm me early that these order blocks are gonna be a breaker block. So again, see how PDAs are giving me the bias. This PDAs leaves signature in price, and that unfolds the path for price where it will deliver next. Like here, price respected this fair value gap, right? And at the same time, it generated what? Equal lows down here. Is it a equal low? Yes. So all we have to do is now just wait. If I go down to the 30-second chart, you guys can see we have a breaker down here as well. Is it SMT? Always look for SMT, folks, okay? It's not a SMT. Okay, is it a SMT? Look here, folks. We had a higher high on Dow, higher high on ES, on NASDAQ. We didn't make that higher high. We made a higher low. So I'm going to wait for price to activate the breaker. We also formed a equal high up here. That's what I don't want to see. So this is another topic that I teach my students is that when you are expecting a breaker to get activated, you don't want to see price forming or leaving an equal highs above that breaker. If price is leaving that equal high above the breaker, that breaker is not as high probability as you want to see. It becomes a B plus setup. It's not a plus setup. So again, we got SMT down here. Sorry, inversion. Price came up, hit this inversion. So two PTAs, couple of PTAs supporting our price action. We got a SMT. We activated the breaker. Now let's see, the trade idea is gonna be like this. 2 contracts. I believe I'll be able to take it. Push the button. So I wanna see this fair value gap that we have here turning out to be inversion. This order block, I wanna see it failing. Okay, folks. So we cleared out the equal lows from here. We are expecting, okay, so another wrong trade idea. Let's see. If this inversion is supporting price towards buy side liquidity, I'm probably wrong in that trade. Yes, so I'm going to close it right here. I wanted to see like price going lower because we had a SMT up here, right? So one trade idea that failed. How much loss that I took? Let me check. This is like a new 100K account. So $338, so 0.5% loss. Nothing basically, so I'm still gonna wait. Still gonna wait to take another entry. It was quick, right? It was quick. The reaction of price is like so quick. Is that your funded account? No, it's a challenge account. I told you guys that I'm not trading on any funded account or like on my live funds because of the month of January. Redistribution pattern. Yes, Muhammad. I should have waited a little bit longer as I saw these equal highs up here. Like once price cleared it out, I should have like push button after that. But again, we make silly mistakes like this. Yes, I know. Still, I'm gonna take another trade idea. Let's see. Equal highs up here again. On Dow, I can see that we have a very nice breaker. Right on Dow. Look at that. We had a swing high up here. Then these down close candles on Dow becomes the breaker that we are expecting on NASDAQ. So do you guys see that we have a swing high on Dow? And we cleared it out. We have a fair value gap with the breaker as well. We also have liquidity levels down here. So I believe Dow is showing a pretty good signature. The price will go lower. So I'm just going to tape read this setup on Dow. Not going to take it. So it's good that I closed it early. It just price just moved higher again on Nasdaq, right? So pretty bullish scenario. After we cleared out the equal lows from here, we respected the order blocks. So everything in hindsight that I'm telling you guys right now. Still no trade idea in my eyes other than price respecting this fair value gap. This BC down here. NQ2 daily breaker. We have a daily breaker. Okay, this one you are talking about. Probably, but let's see if NQ goes all the way up here. We still have, for price to go up here, the difference between the points is that 188 points. Sorry, 179, probably the point, yeah. Can we reach up here today? We'll see. We'll see. I wanted to take one trade and I pushed the button so early. Like before price cleared out the equal highs. That's what I did probably wrong, and we'll wait. We have 4-hour CB. Yes, we know that. Knowledge 22. We know that. So DOW again, DOW again respecting the breaker, respecting the fair value gap by not closing a candle's body below the fair value gap. So should I try it on demo? I'm gonna try it on demo, folks. Okay. On 30-second on DOW. I wanna see on DOW. I'm gonna put it like this. And I want to see this equal highs getting taken out on DOW. And I'm going to try it on demo. Yes. Again, okay. Look at the delivery. Oh my God. Very aggressive delivery, right? Yes. Okay. So very bullish delivery today. Yeah, no entries. That's what I was expecting on DOW as well. I was expecting to see this after price clears out this equal high going like towards sell side liquidity, but again, no possible chance of entry here on DOW as well. So we filled, we like came all the way up to the daily fair value gap, right? We filled it. We are trading inside our macro again. 950 to 1010. The price action is giving me brain cancer. Really? Giving you brain cancer. That's a very funny quote. Bullish breaker, 1 hour ES respected. Yes, that's what I'm seeing here. So if I take you guys on the 30-second chart, we have a breaker again with a fair value gap. So let's see what price does here. When price is coming down for this breaker, right? I want to see like price. If price want to still go up, I want to see price forming equal highs. Yeah, me too. I love this price action. It's clean, right? But again, I was not able to take any trade. It's clean right here. Look at 930 delivery. So clean from the breaker here. Very small breaker. And price also respected the 50-minute breaker as well. So in chart, folks, there always gonna be a trade idea. It's you, like if you are seeing that trade idea correctly, like me, suppose I saw so many trade ideas down here, but I didn't take it. And I took that trade that I shouldn't, like down here, right? Even though I saw like equal highs up here, I was getting like aggressive into the trading. So forcing any trade ideas is not something that you want to do. We got our BPR here again. How do you make market execution? Just like I did here. Don't worry, Hydra. I'm here if you need a doctor. Lol. Yeah, Muhammad. Thank you. By the way, Muhammad right here is a surgeon. We had experience for like 20 years of doing like brain surgery, I believe. So we got a doctor among us. If you guys need any help, you guys can just ask in the chat, and we got the professional doctor here. So again, not respect to the BPR, aggressive delivery. That's what I call aggressive delivery, like moving towards buy side liquidity, not returning back into the discount. Like look at the delivery here, folks. After like once we got inside 9 o'clock, we didn't deliver any. We didn't return back to the discount level. That's what I'm saying. Hydra, check the minute one time frame. Yes, that's what I'm looking at. We got a order block. We got a fair value gap, right? So fair value gap here again, but again, I'm not gonna take it just because I see the setup. That doesn't mean I'm gonna take it, because look at here, folks. So you have this unfilled fair value gap down here, and so far we have been seeing like a very aggressive bullish delivery. Price is just offering like short-term liquidity levels and just going towards buy side liquidity. So just have a little bit of patience, right? It doesn't mean that we are not going to take a trade today. We won't be able to take a trade tomorrow. I'm going to come back and stream tomorrow again. So just be a little bit more patient, folks. Price will give us what we want to see. Just wait. So Muhammad is saying, Hydra, do we have a failure swinging NQ all the way up? We don't have it yet. Someone, I'm a dentist, Hydra. We have all kind of doctors here. Yes. Possible market maker sell model. Yeah, possibly, but not yet. Price is not confirming yet that it wanna deliver to our sell side liquidity. Now so far this price action seems like will take us to this daily fair value gap, right? So what I'm gonna do is, we have a wick right here on daily chart. I'm gonna measure this wick, right? I'm gonna see what price does inside these quadrant levels right here. I'm gonna drop down to the 4-hour chart and let's see if we have any PT area inside these quadrant levels. Yes, do you guys see a fair value gap here? So a CB on 4-hour chart, hourly chart, nothing at all. Okay, someone is telling me like, check US30, a setup is forming there. So the setup that I see is from the bullish breaker down here, right? So again, I'm not gonna look at US30 because I know that US30 is gonna manipulate quite a lot. So just gonna like look at here, folks. How many clean setup do you guys see here? I can only see price respecting this breaker here after 9:30 inside 950 macro. Other than that, I don't see anything else. So price came up all the way up, hit this fair value gap, and now let's look at here. Right, you also have a breaker here. And if I take you guys on 30-second chart, you guys will see that we have so many equal lows down here. And we also have a breaker on 30-second chart on Dow. Price hit the fair value gap here. We have equal highs above. So I'm gonna take a trade on Dow just to check out. It's a demo account, folks. So if price is hitting this breaker again, right? I'm gonna tell you guys the logic. Do you guys see the breaker here? And price formed like equal lows down here. We have equal lows down here. So just to check out the theory if this trade works or not, I'm gonna take this trade on demo as soon as price clears out these equal highs from here. We got equal high at this candle. So we cleared out the equal highs. I'm gonna take a short here. We also hit the breaker up here, right, with a stop loss like suppose up here. So sell by 3, just to check out the fact that if the trade idea is working. This is a paper trading account, folks, and we got equal lows down here. We got our sell side liquidity down here as well. So let's see on Nasdaq. I believe we will probably go higher. They're not moving correlatively, so overall the condition is low probability, right? So did I just push the button before outside macro? Yeah, okay, so I pushed the button outside macro on Dow. Anyway, it's a demo trade just to check out the fact, right? So it's 10, the macro is like 1050 to 1110. sorry, not 1050, 950 to 1010, and now it's 1012. So outside macro. Anyway, demo trade. So let's take a look what price does here. I see this liquidity level, so there's no SMT down here. So that's another thing. And we also hit a fair value gap on NASDAQ. So another trade idea that I see on NASDAQ, but outside of our macro, inside silver bullet from this order block, targeting like 2 hours. So I'm not gonna take it. Just tape read this setup, folks. Okay. I'm just gonna tape read this setup right here from the breaker. Sorry, from the order block. Order block, and then this BC down here. So let's see, we have equal highs up here, right? So do you guys see that? Equal highs, Dow is going lower. So let's see what price does here. I'm not gonna take it. I was willing to take one trade and I already took it, so I'm not gonna force any type of setup. I'm gonna follow my rules that I have on Monday. Only one trade at 920, and even though I saw the setup at 920, I wasn't able to push the button. So after that, I'm just gonna tape read. So we got a fair value gap with the order block. Now that's a high probability model. Just based on the model, I wanna see what price does. My logic tells me that price will go up as we have equal highs up here, but again, contradictory logic, not as high probability, not one-sided, as we have unfilled fair value gap down here as well. So Dow formed another equal low. Now do you guys see that choppy delivery? This is why I'm not taking a trade on Dow on my live funds, because of this high resistance liquidity run, folks, on Dow. Dow is respecting our theory, but it's not moving towards our DOL with a straight move. So I'm just gonna minimize my stop loss like a little bit lower, right up here above the swing high. This swing that we price formed, it formed inside this fair value gap. So we got a CB. Let's go to NASDAQ. So is it a 2-hour trade? Yes. Any reason why Dow is like that, HYDRA? From my experience, January, that's how Dow behaves on January. It's just the seasonal tendencies, folks. So suppose if I took an entry here, like 2 contracts, I'll take a partial here. That's how I tape read. So this is a trade idea to tape read, folks. And on Dow, as you guys can see, even though we generated equal lows down here, even though there's no SMT, Dow is still moving towards buy side liquidity, right? So not as clean as I want to see. That's why I pushed the button on demo. Dale is saying good book to check out, Human Mind Owner's Manual. Human Mind, let's see. I'm probably gonna order it. I didn't read it. So let's go to Amazon, and what is it? Human Mind Owners. Is it this one? The Human Mind Owner's Manual, the connection to the universe, consciousness, and non-human intelligence. What is this book about, Dale? The Human Mind Owner's Manual is the latest in CineWeb's Mind Hacking Happiness series and talks about the science of consciousness and what individuals can do with their minds when they dive into the abilities by non-local consciousness. Seems like a good book. So let's order it. So I ordered the book. I'm gonna give you a review, Dale, once I'm done reading it. Seems like a good book. Okay, so this trade idea on DOW probably will turn out to be a losing trade. We cleared out the equal highs up here, and we have this equal low down here. So I want to see like, okay, this is turning out to be a losing trade. So it's good that I took it on demo. And this one on NASDAQ turning out to be a winning trade, right? So now the price moved in my favor. I'm going to put my stop loss. Now look here, folks, how I'm tape reading. I'm going to put my stop loss below here, below this swing low, below this fair value gap like this. So many equal highs above. So I hope you guys understood the logic, right? Why pattern trade like this though? Does this type of order flow reading help you for real? It's not. That's why I'm taking it on demo. And that's why I'm not taking this trade on my live funds. I took one trade, turned out to be a losing trade. It's okay for Monday. So again, see, not a cool price action as we are seeing a good, as it's Monday, right? This is the same logic that our mentor tells us, that on Monday price will accumulate orders for the upcoming week. Yes, tape reading helps. Demo trading in a day like this helps. I was willing to take one trade. I took the one trade, and I don't care about that trade, folks. I'm going to come back tomorrow, and tomorrow most probably I will have a winning trade idea. So why care of one losing trade when I'm building a profession? I'm like, how I watch is like over 10 trades in a week. I'm probably going to take like 5 trades. So me, I journal on 10 trades. Yes, there will be a stream tomorrow. So in 10 trades, I'm expecting 4 of them turning out to be a losing one. So this was the second trade of this month that I took on my funded account. I took one trade last week. This is the second trade, so turned out to be a losing trade. Overall, I'm feeling nothing because over 10 trades, that's how I see. If among 10 trades, I will have 4 or 5 trade idea that is wrong, but I'm targeting what? 1 to 2 hour. So even if I'm getting like 4 winning trades, at the end of the day, I'm turning out to be a profitable trader. Right? So that's the mindset that I have. You cannot judge yourself over like 2-3 trades. You cannot judge yourself after you lose like 1 trades. You cannot doubt your model after you lose like 1 trade. You will have to do it in a long term, like over 10 trades, how many I'm losing, how many I'm winning. "48 Laws of Power." Yes, that's a nice book. I read it already. So again, look at the delivery, folks. Isn't it choppy? Yes, I know the DOL is up here, but look at the delivery. This is what high resistance liquidity run looks like. 10 trades is so little. Yes, 10 trade is little to you because you are taking 2-3 trades every single day. That's what I'm not doing. The max that I go is 2 trades in a day. And overall in a week I take like only 4 or 5 trades. So to me 10 trades in 2 weeks is good. It's a good number. Okay, so there's a collab that I'm gonna do with Tanya on On 17th January at 9:15, we both will come together and we'll tape read. So that's a call up that we are gonna do, folks, in January. Sorry, on January. Right? So do you guys want to see a call up with me and Tanya? Yes, that's what we are making possible. And on 17th January, mark out on your calendar. On Wednesday, we'll have a call up. Like, we both will come live at the same time and we'll tape read. So very, very choppy delivery, right, folks? Like, from this breaker, like, look at the delivery here. Price formed so many equal lows down here, right? Equal lows again here and equal highs. So a possible turtle soup model, right? That's what we can see here. That's what I teach my student when we have. So this trade idea, it was just for tape reading. Let's see if we can take a trade here. I want to see price clearing out these equal lows here. And we have so many equal highs now. Can anyone confirm me if this is a SMT? Like, do it quick. I closed my chart on my other monitor, so if you have the chart open, please confirm me that if we have a SMT up here. If it's not a SMT, this is a high probability target. And after we clear out this swing low, these equal lows from here will probably move up. So this is like a plus turtle soup model, and that's what we can expect to see happening. There's the SMT. Okay, let me just confirm it. Oh, there's no SMT. Look here. This pair, ES also made these higher equal highs. So many equal lows towards sell side, and on DOW, we are just moving towards buy side. So a possible SMT with DOW, but not with other two pairs. So another setup to tape read, folks. And this is gonna be the last setup that I'm gonna tape read with you all, and after that I'm gonna close the stream. So we got equal lows, equal highs in both sides of the marketplace. In a scenario like this, we wait for price to clear out one direction and target the opposite direction afterwards. And we also got on 30-second chart, you guys can see we have an inversion down here, more like a BPR and the inversion, right? So this is going to be the last line of defense. What do I mean by last line of defense? That I don't want to see price going below this level. That's what I mean when I say last line of defense. So now SMT up here, right? So this is a high probability target. I want to see price clearing out equal lows first, as we had a bullish delivery so far. Let's see, we are also trading inside our 1020 to 1040 macro inside silver bullet. Good thing I'm only tape reading January. Yes, and zoned. So again, we formed equal lows down here. So price moving towards buy side liquidity, right? Clearing out. Possibly it's gonna clear out the equal highs. So if we are clearing out the equal highs, I believe we'll probably go lower. Algo is waiting to go down to reverse. So offer pairs can clear lows. So other pairs can clear lows. Yes, probably. We have so many equal lows on DOW as well. Like this trend line liquidity, right? This trend line liquidity that we have going on here on DOW. Yeah, check for SMT. I believe price will on all pairs will go towards buy side liquidity, because if you go on Nasdaq, if you go on ES and check here, we have SMT up here. Sorry, we have equal highs up here, not SMT. So that's a very clean level on ES. Like, look at this level. And we cleared it out, right? A trend line liquidity that is going on. So let's wait for price to clear out. Okay, the equal high got delivered. The 0.25% of the daily week got hit. So I want to see price moving towards sell side liquidity now from this level. Seems like a high probability model. If I tell you guys on the other charts, like every single pair made this trend line liquidity down here. DOW as well made so much trend line liquidity. So let's see. This is the last trade that we are gonna tape read, folks, together. It's 10:30. Let's see if we see this possible sell towards sell side liquidity. So again, we hit the 0.25% of the daily week that we measured, right? This is the week that we measured right here from the daily chart. So it seems like we are not retracing lower, right? We are having aggressive bullish delivery, folks. So this is gonna be it for today, folks. Okay, I don't have any interest to tape read. So far we looked for like a couple of setup. We tape read at this setup right here from the order block, and only this one turned out to be a good trade idea from this swing low, right? From this fair value gap and the order block. This is the fair value gap on 1 minute chart, and we were like looking for a 2-hour trade from here, but we were just tape reading. But again, low probability condition. I took one trade, it's okay, and I was only willing to take one trade. So I'm gonna come back again tomorrow. Do we have any news tomorrow? Let me check. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock I'll start the stream. We'll tape read 8:20 macro together. We have news on Thursday, so Tuesday again I'm gonna take one trade in front of you guys, and we'll see like the loss that we took today, the $300 loss, if we can cover it up tomorrow or not. Okay. So I'm gonna close it here and just tape read this setup. We still have so much liquidity towards sell side liquidity. So what to tape read here? At what time price is having the market structure shift? That's what you should be tape reading right here. And know that it's Monday and low precision again. So we are moving down. We are respecting this order block right here. We have a small little fair value gap down here that is working like as an inversion. Okay, folks, so this is gonna be it. I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I hope to see you here again, and we'll trade on our funded account as well tomorrow. So I'm closing it here. Peace and take care, folks.